Nice. Excuse me. I'm just checking YouTube to make sure I'm streaming, and something is showing up in my algorithm. It says stop waiting for Assassin's Creed Shadows, play this instead, and it's Rise of the Ronin. That's what I say. I mean, shit, if you want to play Shadows, go for it, but yeah, like if you're dying for a game like that, play Rise of the Ronin. That game's awesome. I still need to finish it. I got like 103 hours in that game. VR has sunk its hooks in me again. Alright, so let's go back. If you're playing this game for the first time, or you're curious about it, or you just can't really get the hang of it, once you're done with the tutorial, you'll be here in your hideout. The only thing you're going to have access to at first is the vulture. And you always want to get a weapon before you start a run. So just come here, get 2 vultures, put them in your holster. And as you play the game and defeat bosses, you'll get Fog Ichor. That's the upgrade. That's the upgrade material. Go into upgrades. Upgrade your health, your strength, your throwing damage, I'm assuming. Yeah. Don't forget that you can go down. There's your vulture, you can upgrade it. That's the handgun. And you have to buy these in order to unlock them in the store. So it's not a bad idea to get the Mustang or the Clydesdale. The Clydesdale is the shotgun. It's pretty good. And there's also the sniper rifle, which I never really use. But that's me. I don't want to shoot enemies from a distance. I want to get up and get rowdy with them. So yeah, and then, you know, of course you can buy them. As you go through runs, you'll get money, and then towards the end of each area, you'll come across a character. You can buy items from them, or you can deposit your money, and it'll come back here to the loot, or to your hideout. It's a smart idea to get like 1,000, like minimum here, and that's really easy to do. Like you can get like hundreds and hundreds of loot items, or money, I should just refer to it. You get hundreds of monies easily in a single run, or like a single area, a single section of a run. Like they're not stingy at all. In some rooms, the money will just respawn, so you can just leave and enter it.
Thanks for being the resident Foglands expert.
I try, but I mean, gosh, every time I see something new, or from someone, especially the developers, there's some other mechanic that I wasn't even aware of. As you're on your run, you will find runner keys. Come in here to unlock the runner lock, or the lockers, and that's how you get new cards for your future runs. I recommend your first card be Truth to Power, or I can't remember the name. One card, like the last bullet in a clip, if you shoot an enemy or a destructible item, it will turn into a health spawn. That can be good, because you could just take advantage of it. Like, you get so much ammo in this game, you're never going to run out, so you could just waste your handgun bullets to heal yourself if you're getting desperate. And there's another card, I forget the name, but if we come across it, I'll point it out. It does 2 things. It increases your movement speed, which is great, and every time you open a chest, your maximum health will go up by 10. So if that's one of the first cards you get in your throw with exploring, you can have like over 1,000 health by the end of the, you know, full run. And at that point, I mean, you have to fall off a cliff to die, because nothing's going to take you out unless you're just standing there for a few minutes.
Something else you needed?
And then before each run, I always like to come in here and grab these clips. You start with 5, and you always get ammo through the run, but I'd rather just have 13 than 5. And like by the end of a run, you'll have like 70 in there. Like you don't have to worry about ammo.
Unlocking the first runner map will improve your first runs a lot.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I also like to buy a fuse. And they're not stingy either with fuses. If you see a door that you need a fuse to open, there's usually a fuse somewhere in the room. You just have to explore. And I like to get the lantern. I always like it when you can hold and use the lantern in a game.
Hey, let me know if you find some coffee out there, okay? Running a bit low.
I wish, when all of this is said and done, before I hang up my hat for the big sleep, I just want to see the stars.
Yeah, there we go.
Just one time.
Fleet-footed. Movement speed is increased, and every time you open a chest, your maximum health is increased slightly. Yeah, fleet-footed is a really good card to unlock from the locker early into your time with the game. And always read the locker description, because some are focused on guns, some are focused on melee, some are focused on movement. Like you're not going to want to buy melee cards if you're new to the game. You're going to want to get the other ones that are going to be way more beneficial, because beginners probably aren't doing a melee focus build. I don't even, like, that would be tough. It's an aspect of the game I'll have to master. But the yellow rooms, these will be locked normally, and getting the runner maps or the runner keys unlocks these doors, and you're going to come across these during runs. Actually, yeah, that's right. And I'm assuming Zara is in the chat. Yeah, you also have to unlock runner maps from the lockers, so excuse me. Yeah, so unlocking the runner maps is definitely one of the best things you can do, because then it just gives you access to more of those yellow doors. There's always a card in the yellow doors. So, yeah, runner maps and well-trodden. And then once the area is clear, just jump around. I mean, the platforming is super fluid. And you can, oh shit. Trying to get some space so I can throw this at. Oh, I missed. If you throw your gun and you don't catch it, don't worry. After a few seconds, it'll just respawn in your hip. I like to play with, you have to actually hold the button down to, you know, to hang on to it. I just like the way it feels. I think it's more engaging, helps me focus more on what I'm doing. And I also, I like to have to hold down L3 to run. I think that feels better with jumping, because you can slow down in a jump, speed up. And that, like, I mean, once you get it down, like, you're just gonna be zipping all over the place. It feels so good.
We never tell the player explicitly that the gun will return to them, so they are worried they will lose the gun if they throw it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, any item that, like, isn't destructible, I'm pretty sure it'll always, like, respawn. Yeah, well, like, especially if you buy something, like, here, let's see. See if the lantern comes back. Yeah. Try the fuse. Yeah. Probably like three second cooldown or something. I gotta get the card down there. Oh, and you can stand on pretty much anything. Like, you see how thin this is?
You have to put it in your belt. As long as it is in a registered slot, then it will come back.
Oh, nice. But, like, the base of your character must be, like, relatively wide, because you can, I mean, you can get on anything. And the controls are super tight. I mean, like, you see how easy it is to just jump and just run on these things? I missed that one. You do take fall damage, but thankfully that wasn't too bad. And fall damage can really bite you too sometimes, so be careful. Cool, I'm getting some cool cards. So this is Opulence. High jump. Jumping again while in the air will cause you to smash to the ground, producing a shockwave that deals damage and knocks enemies back. If you're early into the game, these are good, because that's the upgrade material. And let's just read this one, because this is a cool card too. So, explosive blast radius. When you knock back an enemy, it creates an oil slick, which can then be set on fire. And that can get pretty wild. But yeah, Opulence is awesome. And I am just constantly running for the most part. Damn, yeah. Be careful of the blast radius too. Here, I'll show it later. When I'm in slow-mo, because if you move your arm around, it'll start going crazy and you can't really control it. So when I'm in slow-mo, because I'm already shooting, because like that, I don't know how it triggers, but It tends to only happen like when you're actively shooting stuff. So what I do when I'm in slow-mo, I just leave my arm where it's at, and then I start controlling. And everything else is moving slow around you, but you maintain your speed. So, like, that's how you can be really effective with it, rather than standing there and trying to shoot everything. You want to move. And honestly, I never have any issues with it. I haven't seen this layout yet in my since version 1.0.5.
That's a really good tip.
Yeah, and like it's hard to describe on Discord, and you know, when people just talk about the game, because that always gets brought up. And I get it, because yeah, when I first started playing it too, I was like, well, this is kind of goofy. Stools, if you ever pick it up and it breaks and you're like, what the hell, I didn't touch anything, it's because it hit your gun. So when you pick up a stool, you know, you want to make sure your arms are apart, otherwise it'll break.
This is a bit of a goofy game.
Oh yeah. I agree. I mean, the ragdolls, but I feel like it's goofy in a good sense, because it feels so much like a video game to me, and I really like that. And then the story accentuates that accompanies that in a good way, because the story is quite serious and quite dark, quite thoughtful. Oops. This is another good card. Melee knockback distance plus 50%. When an enemy is knocked back into another enemy, they are also knocked back. So they'll just pinball around each other. Oh, but see, normally I would go with this, Entanglement, but this is my new favorite card. So fire damage reduced by 50%, and that's super helpful, but successfully throwing and hitting an enemy with a gun reloads it. So, yeah, that card's awesome. Now, let's see. Oh, yeah, and so I have... If you're playing the game, eventually you'll see these little exclamation points. I thought that was like an issue in the game launch. I thought it was like some kind of debug menu that wasn't supposed to be there. But it's not. It is a affinity, and it's a very useful affinity, because most people probably wouldn't notice that thing up there. Like I knew it was there just because I'm familiar with most of these rooms. But you got 3 suits of cards. You got keys, hands, guns, and this is in the affinities section when you pause the game. So I have 3 key cards. If you go to stranger cards, you can see what you have. Yeah, so yeah, every card I've picked up so far is a key card. And then you get this thing called Fog Sight, grants the ability to see hidden secrets. And the first thing I got was Featherfall, reduces fall speed for a short amount of time after jumping. I didn't even realize that was one of them. I'm always focused on Chain Shot. Wellspring is cool. Shrapnel is cool. I never really do melee runs, but I usually also get Void Fire. But I really want to see Ghost Fist, because that probably looks really cool, and I still haven't done it yet. After 50 hours, I still haven't even like focused on that. So like, this game has a lot of variety with combat. But let's get up there.
Ghost Fists is pretty cool.
Oh, I bet. I keep forgetting I have the double jump. That's pretty powerful. Yeah, there's a lot of verticality to this game, a lot more than you would think. And they always reward you for exploring. Hasteful. I'm gonna have to do a hasteful run someday. So you deal more damage, but take damage if you stop moving. Yeah, one of these days I'll have to sit down and play with, like, the cards that make you more powerful, but they, you know, also hinder you in a big way. Clip size plus 10. And you can, I mean, one of the things I like to do is just jump around and stuff, like get to places where I shouldn't be. Oh! I missed that jump, but yeah, like you can cheese your way around easily. And a lot of times that's where stuff is hidden. Oops. Want to reload my gun. Nice. Reload the shotgun. Yeah, so see, if you didn't have a fuse for that door, they got one right here. You always just want to look around. And it looks like there's another enemy somewhere. So I'm not sure where. Oh, got stuck. I think there's... Let me go through here real quick. Let me go back because there should have been another door in the room I was in before. So I'll make sure I explore that. Okay, yeah.
Welcome back to Stern and Crance's mobile market, friend.
You can't shoot in here, but, you know, you can still break stuff, of course, with your gun. It's always smart to do, because there's money in there, and, I mean, yeah, like I was mentioning earlier, I already have 408 gold, so it's always smart to send some back just to have a nice nest egg at the hideout. Is that door open too? Are there 3 doors in here? No, that one's not open. But that, I mean, that's honestly the game in a nutshell. You wanna explore You want to find things. You want to talk to all the characters that are in the hideout. You want to exhaust their dialogue. And from doing that, the story will progress. You'll get further in the levels. You'll get stronger. Eventually, you'll just memorize the room layouts, and then at that point, you're just kind of bending the game to your will. Like that's another thing I say a lot too, because you honestly can. Like you can manipulate the hell out of this game once you realize what you're doing, and like that's not a bad thing, because it just allows, it just gives you so much freedom, and you wouldn't really think that when you start playing the game. But like once you realize that the game doesn't really care like how you go about things in combat, like you can just do whatever's at your disposal. It's so much fun. So yeah, I don't need anything from mine, man, but you know, health spray is always nice to buy. Yeah, see? Like no rubber arms.
Are there other VR games that you think have similar combat to the Foglands?
Honestly, I don't. Like, I think this game is incredibly unique. I think the other, like, pure shooter, and it's not even, like, the same type of shooter, because it's more like a military Call of Duty style campaign, but, like, the full Cactus Cowboy game, the one that costs money, that game's amazing. It is really good. But this game has way better jumping. Like you can free jump in that game, which is cool, but like Foglands is on a whole nother level. In this, yeah, like I know there's VR games out there that probably allow you just as much like speed and jumping capability is Foglands, but I'm not sure what game that is. Like My Dearest, the Japanese publisher, they have this hero shooter that's, I think it's out now. I know they were doing the beta, but they have some hero shooter that came out, and I don't even like games like that. I think they're fun to watch, but I personally don't like playing them. Oops. But in VR, like having movement like that, I would play that. I don't know if it's gonna come to PlayStation, but it looks like a really impressive game, though. I can't remember the name for the life of me. That's pretty cool. Even something like Hubris, and that, you know, that's not the same type of game as this, but it's just your, you know, standard campaign shooter. That game has free jump, and nowhere near is like responsive, and you know, like it doesn't feel as good. But I still love that game. Hubris is one of my favorite VR games. Really fun. Oops. Give me that hammer. Yeah, so I got a little bit rubbery there because I was going in for to grab my shotty as it happened. But yeah, if you just kind of slow down, it won't go as crazy. it's what makes it worse is like fighting it. Like why is it going rubbery? And all the while the game is just like, all right, let's make it more rubbery. Ah. So just slow down a bit. Oops. Oops. Alright, so I'm not going in here because this is one of the areas where the game, I don't know if it'll crash every time, but it's crashed on me enough to where I'm just not going to bother trying it anymore. I was trying to make mental notes to see if because I haven't experienced it so far in this patch, but I feel like each room there will be different layouts, even though like the room will be the same in a sense. And one of the things because every now and then there will be platforms over here. You can just kind of hop across, like there'll be a little bit of money there. I haven't seen it yet in version 1.5, but oh, I didn't notice that. I think that's new. But I did want to test the room if those things ever appear to see if it would still crash. But I'm pretty certain if I go in there now, it's going to crash. So I'm just going to ignore it. And yeah, that's just kind of like a side thing. I mean, you could just run straight through if you wanted, but that's no fun.
That is correct. The layouts can include actual environmental changes depending on the layout.
Absolutely. Yeah, well that's good to know, so.
I don't know if that has anything to do with the crash.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, imagine as it lands, the barrows. It appears and it wisps off into the mist. That'd be cool.
Tasty scrap, just for you. How's it going?
I've always wondered if I could just like drop here. I'm assuming I could just drop down here, probably avoid most fall damage, and I would just be at the boss. But oops. I think there's a grenade in here. Even though these things are really dangerous because their grenades do some serious damage and they blow up right away. Didn't even get him. Whoops. Hit my my air duct.
Ton, here I come.
Yeah, make sure you get the fog picker. Don't want to forget that. You can do this too. If you really need an item and the Mine Man doesn't have it, you just go back through the room, just make sure it loads, and the items will change. Alright.
A kitten can go through, but not a cat.
A spoon can go through, but not a fork.
What are y'all talking about?
It's a game. What can go through the green glass door? Want to give it a go?
Can I go through the green glass door?
No, but that's okay. Neither can either of us.
In this room you can shoot though. I realized that a couple streams ago. I only mention that because most vendor rooms you can't shoot, you have to smash the pots. I like this room. Oops, yeah, that's where it came in. I I want to get up there. I don't think there's anything up there, but... So... Oops. I've been able to get close, but I can't find like anything else to jump on. Oops. Yeah, 'cause I can usually get up there. There we go. Yeah, like one time I made it on that thing. Oh, no. We'll just move on, but yeah, I'd like to try to get up there. Just because. Oops. Aw, there's a lot of bar stools. Oh, a sec. Oops. Oh shit. Whoa. Whoa. I didn't even know that kind of grenade existed. Another thing you can do, so I always play standing up. If you just crouch down in real life, you can be crouched and move like you're running. When you crouch in game, you can't run, and that can be pretty useful. Aww. Well, this is the room with the accidental kill trigger. So I'll go through it, but then I will have to abandon the run. Otherwise it'll just kill me. Yeah. Game acts up. So there's something over there. Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of health. I'm curious what it would be at if it was max right now. Because I get 10 added to my max health every time I open one of those chests. Every time you open a chest or a card box. Oh yeah, that's that. And then we can go down here. Oops. So there's a fuse up there. And then you can jump up here. Open that. That's where we were at.
Okay, I've got 3 letters to Green Outpost. Won't be able to get out there until 2 days from now at the earliest, so be much appreciated.
Sure, I'll trade you. This parcel's supposed to get to Purple Stack. Think it's medicine.
Cool, I'll head there next. Tell the folks at Green I say hi.
Yeah, this is a really good build. And maybe I won't have to, maybe I won't have to abandon the run. It all depends on where, well no, because that is the hall to progress. Maybe I will, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Oh shit. This dude has a cool attack. Let's see if I can get him to spawn it. Sometimes he shoots out like this giant beam of light. It looks really cool. Alright, so I can go this way. Oh, that's close. I should get. There's that little gap there. kind of like a little puzzle room. Get yourself a little bit of platforming. Yup. So if I go down those stairs, I'm gonna die. There's something going on, and the developers have pinpointed it, and they're working on a hot fix. So it should be out sometime soon. But for the time being, we're going to abandon the run. And honestly, I mean, like, that's a bummer that it's there. In my case right now, for my runs, it doesn't really, like, I would have reset there anyways, because what I'm trying to do is get the 4 remaining keys. So that's my thing right now. Like, I restart runs if I see that it's rooms that I'm familiar with and I know there's no key in it. I'll just restart to try to trigger one of the keys to spawn.
Change your mind?
Oh man, I should have sent my money back, but that's not a big deal. I got plenty. We go through it again though. I'll use the vulture this time. It's really easy. With the machine gun and shotgun. Alright, what time is it? 9:47.
I knew you couldn't resist.
Last Chance Saloon. Be safe.
Hey, calm down. What's going on? Outpost Orange got raided. Lots of casualties. They need supplies. Shit. Arlo, do you copy?
Loud and clear.
Orange got raided. Bad. Relate to the council they need emergency aid, like yesterday.
Excuse me. Had to get a drink. Turn the fan on. It's getting hot. It's like all of a sudden you just get super warm. There we go. So apologies that the fan noise comes in through the mic, but it's just the way it has to be. There's a fuse right there if you didn't have one. And there's usually a flashlight around here. Maybe not this time, but a lot of times there'll be a flashlight right there. What is going on with this fan? There we go. Oh shit. See how long I can run from him. Oops. Oops. I don't know why there's no music playing. I've never had that happen. There we go. The game just got confused. tell him about that. That guy spawns into a building. Thankfully, he clips through so you can kill him. Alright, so there's a door there. I can't get through there. Door at the bottom and door at the top. I'll go through the bottom. I think it's shit. I think it's just the vendors, but it's always worth checking out. Oh, nice. This room's fun. So yeah, like this is where you want to be. Like this is the final room of this room. So like you go around there and it feeds you here so you can get a card, but because the jumping is so damn good. Let me see something. Oh yeah, see? But you can't, like, the only reason I can do it is because of the way I play. Like if you just do like a standard jump, you won't move fast. It's when you hold down the run button is what allows you to get it. Oh nice, the ground pound. We'll do that because I should have the yeah, I got the exclamation points now. And that was with my right hand. I'm left-handed. Oh shit. I thought I had my other gun in my hand. Oh! I knew that grenade was gonna hit me. So yeah, I mean it's still very possible to die even when you're you know good at the game, but it's all right. That's what it's all about.
Huh.
So
Seems like you're better trained than you are.
2 weeks. I've only been doing this for 2 weeks.
And whose fault is that?
that's a good place to end. So if anyone checked this out, thank you. You know, there's still still a couple issues with the game. A lot of the stuff, honestly, is just getting a feel for the game. And I don't know. I mean, some people
Something else you needed?
don't like that, or they may not have the patience for it, or they just expect something else, and that's fine, you know. But if you put time into the game, you know, you'll figure it out. It's super fun. It's a super fun game, and hopefully the you know, those crashes get patched. That's really my only issue with the game. So take care. Have a good one.